Hey, Chris and Brian here from Resolve Technology. And today we're going to talk about fake ads in the Google system, right? You do a Google search, and this does happen from time to time where it's some of those ads that look like sponsored links and they look legit. They may be fake. So just tread carefully. Chris, do you have more on this?
Yeah, so I put a screenshot up here. Whenever you do a Google search, they try to imitate, like a real site, an Amazon.com, a Google sites like that, BestBuy.com maybe, but it's a sponsored ad link, and people tend to abuse that system. And sometimes I've seen people go into like a fake Amazon site, like the screenshot, and they tried to buy something and it stole money from. One of these articles here is saying that it's a Microsoft support scam. And what happens when you click on it, one of those ad links, bringing up this Windows Defender security notification, telling the user the spyware or Trojan on the system. And they actually do a preview here. So in the video, someone's going on they're doing their typical Google search and they're clicking on the sponsored Amazon ad, I believe. And then boom, there's the pop-up.
And that pop-up looks very legit, right? Like to the typical end user,
Yeah.
that looks like a legitimate, security issue. And then the problem is you start clicking all those buttons and it launches other events and
Yeah.
potentially it infects your computer. That's what they're saying here, right? So then you have to either clean your computer or wipe it and reload the whole operating system again. So just be very careful about those sponsored links. One of the ways you might be able to stay a little safer with that, we use a product on some client workstations called uBlock Origin, and Chris just brought that up. It's an extension that lives in the browser. So Chris, maybe you can explain that a little bit.
Yeah, so this, it's a basic way of blocking ads and certain junk pop-ups you may get. I notice it on a lot of websites that have a lot of ads, like a citation website. They make their it's a free service, but they make money by the ads. And when you block them, a lot of these websites too will say, please, it detects an ad blocker and it wants you to disable it before continuing on the site.
And the beauty about this uBlock Origin is typically you don't notice really any difference in the quality of the website. All the stuff that you need to see is there, but you minus the ads and things. Okay, Chris, you have anything else to say about uBlock Origin?
Yeah, so I just brought up here, you can actually, say there's a site that's legitimate traffic, something to use for work or at home. You can also go to trusted sites and add it, and or you could disable it on certain sites so it doesn't, it might break certain elements on a website. Like it might make the formatting of the site look a little broken. Well, you can just come into trusted sites. You can also create rules and all that stuff.
Yeah, without getting too techy though, show them that button again. You can turn a site off and on just by simply clicking that button also. So then the next time you go to a site like this bleepingcomputer.com, if it's off, it'll just load everything as normal, right? It won't block
Yeah.
anything. What was the other DNS site that we could potentially recommend?
So yeah, I haven't used this yet, but it looks pretty interesting. Essentially, next DNS, it can protect you from ads, trackers, and you can also supervise the internet for kids, or if you want any kind of control over the network, this could be a solution for people like that.
And the only problem with something like this, unlike an extension which just is easily downloaded from your browser like uBlock Origin, this requires you to actually install this piece of software on your workstation. So it's a little bit more involved. We tend to go with the uBlock Origin, but this is just another option. All right, Chris, thanks for your help on this.
Yep, no problem.